I'm 19 years old. I've lost my friends, my family, my relationship, and I've almost killed myself. And of course, like you saw in the title, spent $40,000 on just trying to discover myself in the last 8 months. So let me just give you some context. I'm 19 and I've spent 30 grand at least on university, specifically a photography course, which I'll tell you more about in a moment. And I've spent the last 10 grand on books and online courses to learn more about business, relationships, you name it, just to be a better man, because that's my biggest goal here. And so why did I spend this money? Well, like I said, firstly, it was for school. But you're probably cringing at the fact that I mentioned it's a photography course, and so don't worry, I've already dropped out and I do not plan on attending any other years than just my first year. Though I do plan on leaving with a 4.3 GPA. I'm currently at a 4.2 GPA, but I thought it'd be funny if I might as well just get really good grades and then leave the school, because who wouldn't want to just have good grades for the sake of it? I thought I was following what my real dreams were, but it turned out the school's horrible, and the degree is even worse. It'll take me more than a lifetime to pay off all the debt anyways, so it's safe to just cut my losses while I'm at it. So that leaves me with the last over 10,000 I've spent, and it's just trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. Do I want to become a businessman? Do I want to become a follower of God, like a pastor? Do I want to become a husband? I have no idea. There's so many things I want in life, and there's so little time to actually figure things out. And like I said, I've already lost everything. I wake up every day to a life that I've ruined. Every friend that I've ever lost, every family member that I've ever cut off, every mistake I've ever made haunts me the day that I wake up, which just so happens to be today, tomorrow, and every day hereafter. It's horrible. But that doesn't mean every one of those people didn't help me to get here. I'm no millionaire, and my parents aren't millionaires either. So that 40 grand came from years and years of saving for my parents, and then of course years and years of saving for myself, and that's not without the government loans and grants. So safe to say, I have a lot of debt to the government and my family, especially if I want my younger sister to actually attend a school that she wants to attend. I need to help pay for that, because I just so happen to suck up the majority of the money because I want to go to the expensive school for photography. And so here I am, completely broken with nothing left, and I just want to make things up to them. I want to make things up to everyone who I've ever wronged, and I just want to be a better man who has some value to provide for everyone else. Because that's the consequence of working so incredibly hard that you lose absolutely everything. You're broke, you have a bunch of wasted time, and you're a complete social outcast. I do go to church, I do go to the gym, and I do study super hard, but the three of those don't really make you a social butterfly. I used to be someone who was super social. I was an extreme extrovert. That's completely changed now, because it turns out when you truly want to be successful in life, when you really want to win, at least for once, you start to notice that everyone around you is a waste of energy, and more so, they want to pull you down beside them, especially when you're with horrible friends. Friends with bad habits, addictions, and do degenerate things. I hate degeneracy. I don't hate people, but degeneracy is one of the worst things on the planet, because it ruins the people that you truly love. And that's what I've really lost. My love. The people I love, my family, my friends, a relationship. I truly left everything to come out here, and I've been left with nothing but debt and a broken heart. Oh, and my ambition. And I know, another kid on the internet yapping about his ambition. I know it's not very unique, but I promise you, at the end of the day, I'm very serious here. I've lost everything. I've lost my own future. I've lost myself. I wake up every morning in a world where I could have just died months earlier. And so my ambition is real. Not because I have this huge desire for something great, but because I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be in a world where I can be happy and surrounded with the people, the person that I love. And so my ambition is to just get out of here. That's a real ambition most kids nowadays can't experience, because we grow up in mediocrity. We grow up in a world where just getting by is okay. Nobody actually wants you to strive until you lose everything. And so here's what I've really learned so far. First of all, I can work hard, which is great. The only problem is you have to work hard to overcome anything in life. If you want bigger muscles, you have to train harder. If you want better grades, you have to study harder. If you want to be a better man for some chick you know, well, you just have to train harder to just become this better man. Compliment harder, flirt harder. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. I don't have to explain it any further. You just have to work hard to be successful in any facet of life. I don't know, think of money for one final example. Invest harder. You just have to figure things out. And so that brings me to the real point. This is overcoming step 0. This is what this channel is all about. You have to actually learn how to work smart. And that's what I learned. how to manage my time, how to stand up for myself, how to build the real, life-changing skills that take you from some hard worker who's not going to achieve anything else other than just the average person achieves, to the real man, the guy who can support his family and his future family, the man who can protect everyone and anyone he loves and even the people he's yet to meet, because he knows how to spend his time wisely. He knows what to invest his energy into, because he knows how to work smart. Any successful man nowadays has to learn how to work smart, because working hard is no longer enough. Now, I know earlier I said that most of my ambition doesn't come from my desire to have something incredible. It just comes from my desire to escape what I'm currently in, being a lot of debt and depression. But that's not to say I don't have any desires at all. My largest desire is to have a family. I want to protect and to have children. I want to be loved by my own family, my own friends, and my own beautiful wife. But that's not to say I don't first and foremost want to love others, because I am a man of love, and I truly just want to love my family, whether current or future family. I want to love each and every one of my friends, and I want to love my future wife, who I'm yet to meet, unfortunately. But to be loved or to love one another requires some sort of level of achievement, and so I want to build a business, not for myself, but to provide, to financially provide for my family, my future family. Because if you think about it, if the average woman 2,000 years ago would pick for berries and would forage and provide for her family and felt good that way by providing, as women are to some extent real providers just as men are, well, now if you look at it, there's a price tag, because instead of berries, they're matching pajamas, which is cute and it is absolutely amazing. But pajamas are now $70 compared to berries in the bush being completely free as long as you weren't poisoned by them. And so humanity has placed a price tag on our instincts. And so by that, I need to be able to provide for my family. But provision isn't just financial. I need to provide physically. So I go to the gym 6 days a week, 12 hours a week. I need to provide spiritually. So I go to church. I try to build my faith. I've never been faithful ever before in my life, but now I need to lock in more than ever. And I try to build my mind. Intellectually speaking, I need to be strong. I need to be able to stand up for myself mentally. I need to be able to make the hard decisions. I need to be able to actually be brave. I need to do the big things. Not because no one else in life can do big things. No. Especially, people can do a lot of things in life, big things. But if I want to be a man, a good man worthy of loving another or being loved myself, I need to make the hard decisions. And that includes everything I'm talking about here. And so my biggest desire, again, is just to have a family, to protect and to love others. That takes a lot of skills and, unfortunately, money too. And so that brings me to the purpose of this channel. I want to build an audience and to teach them everything I value in life and why I believe it's good. I want to teach them how to be good men, how to actually prepare yourself for life, and how to make money to do it successfully. Because to make money, you need a business. And to make a business, you need to advertise it. And so I'm not going to lie to you. This channel is going to be used to advertise my business. And I plan to have my business be run on helping other people set up theirs. Like I said, I've invested $10,000 alone on learning about other things. One of those things was business. And that was all about startup business. How you can actually run a successful startup business. And that's what I'm doing right here, right now. So you can watch me. If you don't believe me, you can watch me succeed or you can watch me fail and laugh at me. So there should be a link in the description of this video. But by the time you're watching this video, there should only be a couple slots left, or none at all, for this completely free service I'm willing to provide. And again, I'm not lying to you, this is for free. But the reason why it is for free isn't why you'd expect it to be. It's not for free because I want to build some sort of trust, because I do plan on selling something one day. You don't become a millionaire or make enough money to provide for your family off of selling nothing, and so I need to sell something. But to sell things nowadays, you need testimonies, and so that's what I'm building. You'll be a testimony for free, and I'll teach you everything I've learned, $10,000 worth of learning and years of mistakes on how to actually make money successfully, how to build a startup business. I'll be my own example here. I'll stand up to the plate and I'll be honest. Anyways, that's all for now. Other than advertising nonsense, I just want to share real value, everything that I learn. So expect every video to be real, unfiltered value about my own life experiences, everything that I've gone through and everything I've done to overcome each and every single challenge. All based around the desire of becoming a man worthy of love by his own and his future family. And that includes building a beautiful business along the way that actually involves helping other people. That's a big deal to me, because why build something that profits off of harm we can help people completely for free.